We're doing today a Parmigiana,
Right.
which usually is made with the aubergine.
Yes.
But I gave a little twist, so I did with the courgette. We call it zucchine instead of aubergine.
Okay.
Yes, which is this one. And also, we're going to make with the prosciutto crudo di Parma, which is, crudo means raw, instead of prosciutto cotto, which is the cooked prosciutto.
So slightly different prosciutto ham.
Yeah, it's a different prosciutto. This one will release a bit more savory, flavor.
Okay.
Which is the reason why, now that we are going to do the sauce, I'm going to explain you something like new. The first thing we are going to do is the mozzarella, because, of course, I come from the city of mozzarella. So we are going to use the mozzarella di bufala, which is not the mozzarella of the cow. It's the mozzarella from the buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah. It's specific from my area. The first thing, we cut the mozzarella. I already did, because you need to drain, to take off all the milk, and you slice and you keep it there to, to get a bit drier.
Okay.
Like this. Once you get there, you pass to the sauce, to the tomato sauce. Now, we want the passata. I put here a little bit of chopped onion, because I want to get it a bit goldenized, not too cooked. There are two ways at this point. I like in this moment, because I want to personalize, to keep a bit in cubic like this. Or you can blend, so it becomes like a cream of onion.
Yeah, if you want it more rustic, then leave it like larger.
Yeah, and I want like this because we want to, to feel when you eat, you want to like feel
texture.
everything. Yes. Now, from here, you see that they start to goldenize everything.
yeah.
We're going to put no garlic for this time. We're going to put directly the passata, so the tomato inside here. You're going to give a little stir. You have to make sure that this tomato sauce is going to be a bit like very not liquid.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it has to be more creamy than liquid.
Okay.
And from here, what we do, because there is the onion, we put a pinch of sugar. This is the recipe from my grandmother. Okay. It takes out the acidity. It regulates the pH. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And after, you can put a bit of salt, which is this one, the flake, on top. And you keep stirring like this.
Yes.
Now, once everything is melted inside, you can put the cube. But the stock cube in this moment is a veggie stock cube, but without salt. Because the extra salt has been released by choosing this kind of prosciutto, which I said.
Got it.
If we would have chosen the cooked ham, then I would have used the classic, Cuban stock. But because that one is going to be a bit more savory, we use the cube stock without salt inside, but still with the flavor of the vegetables.
Okay.
Yes.
And we stir and we keep it here. Now, while this one will set, do you have any question for me?
No, but the idea is to just keep it so it's not very liquid, not very runny, because Parmigianos can so often get like that, can't they?
Yeah, and that's why we don't eat Parmigiana never straight away. We leave it, to stay like a few hours. Has to set. Has to kind of, we say in Italian,
that's a
dry.
trick.
It means that you don't want the liquid, any kind of extra oil or extra salt.
Yeah.
So this one has to stay.
You don't want it to be sloppy.
cooked.
It's from the
has to
vegetables.
stay.
Normally, yeah.
Now we pass to our vegetables, no? We don't choose the aubergine. We choose this, the courgette or zucchini.
Any reason why, or you just like doing
Because
something
you can do with both. You can do or with one or with another, or, for example, MasterChef, I mix both together.
Right,
You can personalize, But in this case, we also have the Parmigiana, white Parmigiana and red Parmigiana. This is a red Parmigiana.
Sure.
Right.
If you don't put this and you put like extra cheese, extra mozzarella, extra fior di latte, it's going to be like a white Parmigiana. Parmigiana is a dish that was born as a side dish. And it could be also, without the ham, if you are like vegetarian.
can do
But in
vegetarian.
this case, it's a full meal.
Okay.
Now, this one, we chop in like a 4 millimeter, half centimeter maximum, and you put into the grill with a little bit of oil like this, because you want to grill. You can fry or you can grill. We want to keep a bit healthy today, so we grill.
Okay.
Nice.
Once we finish to grill, and I put to grill a bit in advance, you take all the courgette and you put on the paper. You see there were other... Yeah. So, and you have to let them take the oil a little bit out. So we want to smell and to feel when you eat, but you don't want to be too much greasy and oily.
Sure.
Yeah. And after, once you put all of it on top here, you can do layers. So you put another like paper
Sheet
on
of
top,
paper,
and you do like little levels like this. In the meantime, let me take these two out. I will show you. From here, what we do. I will show you this one. We add a bit of black pepper here.
Oh, yes.
In the sauce.
Salt and pepper.
We want
That
to, and you turn or you stir.
Yes.
This here. But there is another thing. So from here, we're going to compose now. So we are gonna put the sauce on top of it, which is the rib, because I did already 2 layers.
Yes.
It's like
So 2
floor.
layers of the courgette.
Yeah, now every layer is like a floor, it's like a building. So this is the first floor, the second floor, and this is the rooftop.
Okay.
So you put on top this, you know, we are building the last floor of the Parmigiana.
The courgette roof.
Yeah. You want to make sure that this is like all full covered by here, but not too much.
Yeah.
You're gonna put on top the prosciutto, like this. You don't need to be precise.
No,
so
you're
I
being
just
quite
put it like
generous as
this.
well, just
Yeah.
whack it all up.
You're gonna put the scamorza fumigata.
Now, this is the smoky cheese. This
Yeah,
is
you're gonna
delicious,
put
isn't
on top like this. You're gonna put the grey cheese at the end. You're gonna put the mozzarella, and I like to do like this with my hand because my nonna taught me that you have to put like this on top.
Why?
You don't,
Is there a reason that your nonna told you to do it like
because she said that if you do things, you know, with your hand, it's gonna be, you know, more with love. So we do everything with the hand. And you put the cheese on top here because it gives this kind of crispy, you know, a bit like crusty on top.
Yes,
like
nice.
this.
We like the crusty
Now,
bits.
what you do from here? You don't want to cover with any extra sauce. You did only 2 sauce. You put the foil on top.
that? Yeah.
You put in the oven, which is to 180 degrees for 40 minutes.
Okay.
And you have to wait until all the sauce gets dry.
Yes.
After you take out, because I have already, and it will be this one.
Wow.
I have to put in the plate now.
Wow.
This one has to stay a little bit because can you see the layers from here?
Yes, I do see the
I have to do
layers.
this one.
And it looks beautiful.
Yeah. And from here, we take another one. And you put just a little bit of basil on top from here. Just one here
You see those layers.
and
right?
one here.
Wow, it
Take
looks
this.
super impressive.
And now you can try.
Can
and
I?
let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Yep.
Let me
It
know.
looks
There's-
incredible.
What was your nana's name?
Lina.
Oh, I love
Nonna Lina.
I love the fact that Lena said you have to do it with your fingers because it's the with
Yeah,
the love.
my nonna always say like, wash the hands always, everything now and then while you cook, and keep doing everything with your hand. You know, you will do with more love.
Heaven.
You see?
Heavenly.
Because
full
through
of
your
love,
hands,
full
you
of taste.
transmit the love.